I came into this expecting a decent smart speaker, but what I got feels much closer to a full-room audio centerpiece. The first thing that stood out was how quickly it settled into my setup and started playing without friction. Once it was running, the sound felt open and controlled, with enough depth to keep me listening longer than I planned.
What I notice most is the balance across the frequency range. I get solid low end, but it does not drown out vocals or smear detail. Voices sit forward in a natural way, instruments keep their separation, and even dense tracks stay readable. That balance makes it useful for both casual background listening and moments when I really want to focus on the mix.
The spatial presentation surprised me. Instead of just getting louder, the sound expands with a wider sense of placement, so the room feels filled rather than blasted. That is especially noticeable on content with Atmos-style production, where height and width cues create a more immersive feel. I expected good performance, but I did not expect this level of dimensionality from one unit.
Integration has been one of the strongest parts for me. Pairing with my TV setup was quick, and once connected, switching from music to shows felt smooth. Dialogue clarity improved in a way that made speech easier to follow, while action scenes kept impact without turning harsh. It behaves like a practical daily component, not a gadget I have to babysit every evening.
I also like how flexible the connection paths are. I can run over Wi-Fi for stable home playback, jump to another route when needed, and keep control without rebuilding the whole system. That flexibility matters because my listening habits shift through the day. It lets the speaker adapt to me, not the other way around, which is exactly what I wanted.
For room coverage, it performs better than its footprint suggests. I can place it in different spots and still get a coherent image with strong presence. The automatic adjustment behavior helps it stay consistent whether it is near a wall or in more open space. That means I spend less time chasing ideal placement and more time just enjoying what I am hearing.
Another thing I appreciate is how clean and unobtrusive it looks in the room. It blends in visually, but the output feels genuinely premium when I hit play. At both low and high volume, it keeps composure and avoids the brittle edge that many compact speakers develop. I can use it late at night or during louder sessions and still trust the tonal balance.
I tested it with mixed content, from playlists to long-form shows, and it handled transitions without drama. Music maintains depth and rhythm, while spoken content stays intelligible and anchored. That combination is valuable because I do not have to choose between a music-first and a TV-first device. It gives me one dependable speaker that serves both use cases very well.
What really sold me was the ecosystem behavior. Group playback starts fast, and I can keep audio moving between rooms without awkward breaks. When everything links correctly, the home feels connected in a way that adds comfort to normal routines. It turns simple tasks into better moments because the soundtrack follows me naturally instead of stopping and restarting.
I do notice one trade-off in physical feel. It is not as dense in hand as some heavier competitors, so the premium impression comes more from performance than weight. For me, that is acceptable because once it is placed, the important part is output quality and reliability. On that front, it consistently delivers a polished result that feels worth keeping in daily rotation.
From a value perspective, I think this lands in a smart spot if someone wants strong sound without a complicated component stack. It can stand alone effectively, yet still scale into a larger setup when needed. That gives me confidence that I am not